Hey guys, this is TMF. I'm Juan Zuniga, and today we're going to talk about handshakes. You know, as a gentleman, we do it all the time for business, to introduce ourselves, to network. So there's, you can say, an etiquette of handshaking. There's a few things that we need to talk about first before we get into the different types of handshakes, which are the ones that are wrong and the correct way of doing it. First, remember these simple rules. Always make eye contact, always smile, give a firm handshake, but don't try to crush your bones. All right, if you have sweaty palms, some people get them because it's natural for them. Other people get them because they're nervous or whatever the case may be. You know, do a quick pat on your pants, you know, just to dry them up, and then give the handshake. If you're sitting down, stand up to the person, look at the person in the eyes, you know, smile, and give them the handshake. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Now, you always have to know when and where to give the handshake. What I mean by that is you're not going to just interrupt somebody out of nowhere and just give them a handshake, or just, you know, extend your hand and just expect the handshake to come. You know, some people might not notice you and leave you hanging, and it just makes it a little awkward sometimes. So a simple rule is never come from the side. You know, never extend. If that person's standing there and they're standing, you know, talking to somebody else or whatever, try not to interrupt, but also don't try to come in from their side and extending your hand. Always come forward. You know, if he's, you know, if that person in front of you, just go towards him so he can see your hand and you can shake their hand. All right, so that's pretty simple. Now let's talk about the different types of handshakes. All right, there's three types of handshakes that are bad, and there's one handshake that is the right one. So the first handshake is the fish hand. Basically, the fish hand is when they give you a limp hand like that, and they barely even try to put a firm hand, and then you try and it's just soft, you know, and it's awkward if it's another man. You know, if it's a woman, it's okay, but if it's another man, it's just, dude, you know, firm up that handshake. You know, that's not very manly. And so try to do it firm, not, you know, don't do that, the fish hand. The second type is the finger handshake. That one's a little awkward. That's when the person just give them the fingers and don't let you even go in that much. So you only handshake, you're only shaking their fingers, not even their hand. So they only give you your fingers, and so you're shaking their fingers, not their whole hand. So it makes it awkward. It looks like, you know, back when the guy used to grab the lady's hand and kiss their hand. I'm not doing that to you. And it makes it awkward. So it makes it awkward if it's another guy. Now the third type of the incorrect ways of giving a handshake is the bone crusher. Is when men try to show off their strength. And when it's two men and with their big egos, they, instead of giving you a firm, you know, manly handshake, they try to crush your hand. So you go in and all you feel is your bones being crushed, because you're not going for that. But that person with that big ego wants to show that he's stronger, bigger. He wants to be the alpha dog. But it just makes you look dumb. It makes you look, you know, like, grow up. All right, so that's try to avoid that as a guy, and especially do not do it to a lady. You don't want to hurt her hand. You don't want to make her, you know, feel uncomfortable. If it makes a guy feel uncomfortable, it's definitely going to make a lady feel uncomfortable. Now, the fourth one is the correct way of doing a handshake. Now, all you have to do is pretty simple. Extend your hand, meet the other person, and make sure that the web of your hand with the web of his hand meet. Do a simple handshake and let go. Now, there's something else too. There's people that when you shake their hand, they don't want to let go. They don't know when to let go, so they're shaking, and you try to let go, but they're still shaking. So don't be that person. You know, give them, you know, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Let it go. Simple. You know, that's it. That's what it is. You know, both the webs of your hands, look at that person, smile, give the handshake, you know, 1, 2, 3, let go. Don't press your hands, don't give a fish hand, don't give a finger handshake. All right, guys, I hope you liked our video. I hope it was informative. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.